This is a beaver pond located on the Lone Star Road about 3/4 of a mile inside Choctaw County. It's been torn down several times since the dam is built under the bridge on the county road, but the beaver have built it back each time. Frequently we see water birds of various kinds on the pond, but today there aren't any. That's all I know to say about it.
You can talk about the house and take pictures.
Exactly where Grandma, Great-Grandma and Grandpa Peden's house was located, but Mother and Austina said that it was over on one of those hills over there where this pasture is now. They used to go there coming from the south in a wagon, and the wagon road went through the woods. But now it's hard to tell exactly where it was. I've often thought about getting a metal detector and going over there on top of that hill and see if we could find old spoons or forks or something like that.
Where's this at, Bob?
This is the dam at Pine Creek Lake, constructed in the late 1960s. It's located on Little River at a place traditionally called the Narrows. Just below the dam, the river still rushes over the rock ledges, and during floods or when there's a lot of water being let out of the dam, it's still a beautiful place. The city of Broken Bow has just received a contract to build an electric power generating plant on this dam. It's to be constructed over the next 5 years and will supply a large amount of electricity. After you get the water there, Jim, pan up and you can get Signal Mountain in the background there. This is what we call the Narrows below the Pine Creek Dam. You can see there's some color in the trees, but the color is still a week to 10 days away from being at its peak. However, the contrast between the leaves coloring and the green of the pines does show some color. Jim, you want me to turn it around and go back there and you take some pictures of the lake from the day?
It's the bass territory.
The bass territory, huh, Terry? Well, whenever you want to start doing it. This is Pine Creek Lake just above the dam. And again, above the lake, Signal Mountain can be seen in the distance. The lake right now is still 2 to 3, 4 foot below normal, but we had a 2-inch rain over the weekend, which should help fill it up some. You can see the various inlets going back into the woods from where the creeks come down to where the lake is now located. I never have figured out why they cut through the peninsula down from here and made an island of this end of the peninsula. but boats can go around this small island. The trees here are mostly oaks, and many of them are turning brown without having even turned yellow, probably as a result of the dry fall we've had thus far. This is October 21st, 1987, the cataract surgery. 2 days after the great stock market crash in which stocks lost 508 points. This was a direct result of President Reagan's economic policies, which included a $3 trillion deficit in the budget and $150 billion trade deficit. Also, that black gum tree we saw, we're just off the Billy Bell Trail, about 3 or 4 miles north of Highway 3. Not too far from the camp where the Setzer family has spent deer camp the last several years. This is the edge of the clear cut by the Setzer deer camp, and these are trees. Are they down along Cypress Creek? I don't know if that's Cypress Creek down there or not.
I think so.
Along the creek anyway, east of the deer camp. That was not a shot, that was Terry. The clouds have come up and probably don't get as much contrast in the colors at this point. This is in effect the same trees that were just shot, but from a farther shot. You can see some of the gold and red in among the brown trees. Here, Terry, you say something. Tell them where we are and what this is at camp.
We're about at deer camp, and this is some of our barren grounds when we're hunting around in here. And this is a familiar place to me, and it's a clear cut right down through there where he's taking the shot at, and see, it's got a bunch of trees cut down and little bushes in there and little pine trees.
This is an area just north of the deer camp at the edge of a clear cut where the pine forest has been planted approximately 8 or 10 years ago. This is a hill above Long Creek. Isn't it Long Creek? Long Creek is located behind this hill.